Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and as I stated earlier in the week, winter has come to Minnesota after the fucking spring equinox. So yeah, I guess spring is delayed for a little while. As kind of whenever things decide to go back to normal. Which will probably be never, considering all things. Alright, so we did roll. We got jazz tracks, and we are going to be looking at... I mean, there's no surprise. We're looking at Tracer Barrage. Thing about Tracer Barrage, this might be one of, if not my absolute favorite signature in the game. Now, that does not mean that it's all downhill from here. Far from it, because we're going to be experimenting with other builds. We're going to be trying other things out. It's going to be a good time. Like, it's absolutely going to be a fantastic time going through all the signatures and reevaluating them and seeing what I think of how they behave. No, it's going to be fan-freaking-tastic, but I'm simply pointing out that this one has been this is a spell that I have gone to bat for many, many times. And will probably continue to do so for many, many more times. Thing is, I don't think I'm alone in that feeling. I am pretty sure that this is a lot of people's, if not favorite, just very high ranking signature. It just does so much. I'm also thinking, do I try Breaking Twister? Like, this one, in order to be really good, needs to be upgraded, like, immediately. Because it's more of a control and a trap. You know what? I like that. We're gonna go with it. And as far as our dash is concerned... How about Frost Feint? Why not? Now, we've got ourselves our opening build, and honestly, looking pretty good to me. Now, we just need our floor plan, and we're good to get started. So when I say that, you know, it's winter and springtime, like, I'm not kidding. There's, like, snow is still falling. It's gonna keep falling for most of the night until tomorrow. And then the weather gets, like, specifically above 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which of course is 0 degrees Celsius, and don't ask me what the fuck that is in Kelvin. So this snow is gonna turn to rain tomorrow, which... You know, lovely combination. Rain on top of snow and ice. Chef's kiss. Dark Sage, that sounds dangerous. Yeah, that was sarcasm. So, yeah, very much not looking forward to the next few days, at least weather-wise, but at least I have some time to myself. At least depending on what happens, but I'm also hoping that either Tuesday or Wednesday we get a chance to do our game, and I can tell you guys some more about what's been going on in that regard. Like, just the last game I ran, I came up with an NPC that's I think my character, or I think my players like. I shouldn't say characters, because I'm not sure about that yet. But just off the top of my head, like, I just created, like, a dynamic for a series of bandits acting as highwaymen. And it was supposed to be a combat encounter, but the group did a pretty good job of working their way out of it. And in the process, they met a new character that, although unexpected, might end up either becoming a recurring character or, depending on what they feel, might end up having more of a pivotal role. I'm not 100% sure, but any of you who have done any DMing for a D&D group, you know how sometimes your players will just latch on to a character, whether you expected them to or not, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I guess I have to do more with this character now, because suddenly they're like the group's darling character. Now, I'm not saying that the character that I essentially dropped onto the board is at that level, but yeah, she is definitely kind of... She's more than just a random bandit, I'll say that much. So we will see how that turns out, but that is not this week's upcoming game. This week's upcoming game is actually my buddy's game, where I'm playing a Warlock Gambler. In case you're wondering, hey Darksage, how does that work? Well, remember, gambling and gaming, at least as far as it was concerned in 2nd edition, is all about charisma and bluffing. And the Warlock's primary casting stat is charisma, so I just decided to put together a really interesting charisma-based character, and I'm just kind of rolling with it, just having fun with it. You know what? Because of the nature of the build, let's just go and see what happens. Oh, shit, Atlas is in spot number 3. Oh, I'm in trouble. Alright, you know what? Don't worry about it. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, let's just make ourselves at home. Okay, random crashing meteor. I don't know how I feel about that. So, as you can see, the Tracer Barrage operates very similarly to Dragon Arc, but it has less range because the Tracers essentially work their way back to you after you fire them, so they're like a boomerang. Like I said, this makes it so that the Tracers have less range, but it also makes it so that they do damage twice on the way out and on the way back in. And when you signature cast the spell, you get roughly an assload of those Tracers. Like, it pretty much doubles the number of Tracers you send out, and of course they're all doing their damage on the way out and back in. Which means that the damage off of this signature is friggin' incredible. And you can probably now see why I chose to go with a critical hit build. Alright, so how does the autograph pad work again? So, don't know how I feel about that, because pretty much whenever I get the signature cast for this, I want to use it right away. So, this does allow me to essentially use it later, though, so there's that. You know what? No, let's just go back to the portal. We're going to go here, and we're going to go up here. Okay, really need that Breaking Twister upgrade. And of course we don't get it, because why would we be that lucky? In fact, we're not upgrading anything that we currently have. But I am going to grab this just because. And now... kinda nothing here I want. Like, yeah, I know the luxury handbag will eventually pay off, but do I want to pick it up now? Well, I'm an idiot. Let's go. Alright, well, if I don't end up finding the upgraded versions of these Arcana, which, yeah, it's unlikely, but you know you've seen runs where, like, hey, you didn't get a single Arcana upgraded. What happened there? And that's just Iris being hateful. But for right now, we're okay. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, I don't have enough money. Well, I will in a bit, because I just picked up the relic that gives you more money. Okay. So yeah, she is being kind of hateful right now. I know, big shocker, right? In other news, yes, bears do still shit in the woods. At least when they're in the woods and, you know, not just randomly invading some small suburban town. Do bears often do that? Well, no, but it's obviously very noticeable when they do, so... You know, take it with a grain of salt. As you can see, Tracer Barrage also has, because it's a boomerang effect, the Tracers will follow your movement, so you can redirect it into enemies as well. Oh, hooray. I started off really liking Rock and Roll, and as time went on, I started going, hey, this spell kind of sucks. Has anyone noticed? Alright, well, let's grab this. And we might as well grab this as well, because there's nothing wrong with enhanced movement speed. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. And I'm pretty sure I've gotten everything that I want out of here. Yeah, we're just going to move on. Iris, don't be that person right now. Don't be that person. Also, I just noticed... no coins! What a ripoff. 1, 2, 3. Alright, well done. Well done. Sweet. Pretend you didn't see that, because that was embarrassing. Oh, look, a stationary object! Whiff. This is how anyone who's ever struck out on a wiffle ball stand feels. And if you are that unfortunate soul, I'm very, very sorry. Wait. Selling upgrades? Ooh, we've got 2 upgrades. I will take the one that's more important. And maybe come back for the other one. Well, I'll definitely come back for the other one, I should say. It shouldn't be like a, well, maybe I'll grab it, maybe I won't. No, I'm gonna grab it. It's just a matter of, am I going to trade it to Dr. Song or Nocturne first? And the answer to that is, it depends on whether or not I see them. As many of you can probably infer the answer to that question without having to be told. Ow. Oh, criminy. Okay, that... I did not expect their... I did not expect the electric mages. Okay, this room can just eat my asshole. Wow, Dark Sage, that seems so vulgar. Was there ever any doubt that I could be? Okay, that was not cool. I'll definitely be buying that, because apparently I could use the help. Oh, beautiful. Okay, now we upgrade this. Okay, that was harsh, to say the least. But we're through it. We're doing better. And we're going to try not to take 401 damage on the next floor, because ouch. 401 damage, that sounds like a lot. Dark Sage, are you okay? No, I think I broke my spleen. What's up here? Oh, well, what do you know? Okay, so... Well, first things first. That just seems obvious. Oh, and we need to do that as well. Okay. Alright, this run just became ridiculous. And no longer will I need to Hey guys, come over here. And I love it when a plan comes together. Thank you, gentlemen. Alright, looking spiffy. Now, some of you might be wondering, hey, Dark Sage, if you'd avoid taking twin turbines because it makes the game too easy, then why do you take Vampire's Eyeglasses? Many of you may be sensing a bit of a cognitive dissonance there with my selections. I will say to you, a spell that makes the game easier is not the same thing as a relic that makes the game easier. Because you see, the spell is one of those things that, well, you know, that argument immediately falls apart when I realize that you can start with, you know, both, with either one. So just forget about me. Maybe I'm just a big old giant hypocrite. So I do feel as though it's a little bit different when you're talking about a spell versus a relic. What I was originally going to say, and yeah, feel free to make fun of me for this in the comments if you want, is that it's different because you're not guaranteed to find the relic, but you can always start with the spell. But then I realized you can start with the Vampire's Eyeglasses, and the whole analogy just fell apart, made me look like an idiot. Not too atypical from a regular day then, honestly. And we're going up against Atlas, so yeah, we'll grab that. And now the issue comes up in do these count as projectiles? No, they don't. I only have to worry about breaking Twister and my own friggin' signature. That is one of the downsides with Tracer Barrage, is that well, it's a downside in this specific stage just because of the Earth Knights. Unfortunately, Earth Knights are such a crazy powerful defensive threat that you have to keep them in mind if you're even looking at Atlas's stage, like we are right now. Then add on things like the entangling vines and just everything is just bad news on high level Atlas. What in the world? I'm not gonna pretend like I even understand for a moment what just happened there. I am, however, Going to take that sturdy wooden easel as soon as I figure out... Yeah, that was easy. However, there are certain things that will make me change my mind. Ow. Okay, I can't even cast spells now because of the damn poison. Now remember, the last time I got here with an overpowered build, I still lost because I got friggin' cooked. Okay, we're gonna drop that and take this. Yeah, there are some rooms and enemy configurations on Atlas's stage that will pretty much just kill you outright if you get caught in them wrong, so I am being particularly careful. Oh, that was a waste. First of all, let me remind myself of what's here. Alright, cool. Now, for what it's worth, yes, I could take the silver spinning top and probably be okay, but I don't want to take that chance. My movement speed is important to me. Plus, the 15% that you get here is not enough to counter the huge movement speed penalty of the silver spinning top. Now, that does not mean that the silver spinning top is in any way necessarily bad. It just means I don't necessarily want it for this particular run. Okay, all in all, not bad. 463 damage, though. Fortunately, I'm just constantly regenerating health, because otherwise it would probably be more than my spleen getting broken from that mess. And that room is one of the combinations of things that can just delete your progress if things go wrong. Also, I'm noticing how easy it is for Breaking Twister to get essentially sapped by something. Okay, I am just getting destroyed. Alright, I'm almost up to the point where I feel comfortable again. You know, almost. We're not quite there yet. Alright, we're gonna go a little bit more and lean more in the direction of offense. And by the way, for those of you wondering, I'm pretty sure base damage on this is on Tracer Barrage is like 7 per hit. But when you're scoring like, 30 bajillion hits, it adds up. Like, Tracer Barrage is a combo attack all by itself. Thought I saw you back there. Yeah, so one of the issues with breaking Twister that I was starting to bring up earlier is that because it counts as a projectile, it actually takes durability damage from other projectiles until it just kind of gets erased. Like, I wish that weren't the case, but, Considering how many hits it scores, the idea that it causes slow, like, there's probably a reason why they decided, okay, it has to get stopped by enemy projectiles, because otherwise this thing would be friggin' unstoppable. Same thing is true of Tracer Barrage, by the way, because it counts as a projectile, and this is one of the spell's weaknesses. It can get interrupted and thrown off course by other enemy projectiles. See what I mean about breaking Twister? And you saw me cast it into a wave of fireballs earlier. Oh, it's the good doctor. Alright, so we're going to take the portal back. Elixir of Might. Alright, not bad. Suppose it's about time we got rid of that. Hey, I didn't want that. You can take that garbage back. Thank you, Miss Pixie, for interrupting my enemy's spell casting. Yeah, we took way more damage on that floor. Imagine how poorly we would have done if we didn't have this means of regenerating. And by the way, that is why I don't like going to Atlas level 3. Hardest level in the game. There we go. And hopefully you're at least understanding that even though there are a few weaknesses with it, with Tracer Barrage, those weaknesses are basically just there to say that there is something bad about the spell. But honestly, they're negligible. So, Tracer Barrage, yeah, there's a reason why it's pretty much my favorite signature. And why I've been able to find so many ways to work it into builds. And you'll find that it's a favored part of many of my builds, and there is a good reason for it, because this spell is ridiculous. Do I think it's just as broken as Twin Turbines? No. Yeah, he just is in love with summoning these fucking things. Hey, you want to walk through that a few more times? Thank you. Appreciate you. That might have actually just been the fairy kill, honestly. And you know what? I'll take that. These good fairies deserve more attention. They deserve praise and love. But so does Tracer Barrage, and yeah, hopefully you understand why it's one of my absolute favorites. Like I said, I'm not resting on my laurels because there's still a lot of signature spells to get through. And you know what? I'm totally happy to be showing them off for you. Because these Arcana spotlights are always fun, and I don't know, I just enjoy the game. I enjoy the game, I enjoy the complexity, I enjoy a lot about this. Also, let's take a quick moment to just acknowledge how powerful this run was. Like, I didn't even have the adorable Mimic, and I felt like a powerhouse pretty much almost from the word go, honestly. That's just how strong Tracer Barrage is. It sets you up for success before you even enter the trials. But that's it for me, so I want to thank you guys for supporting me and coming to spend some of your free time here with me today. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day or night in wherever you may happen to be and wherever my brain happens to be. And I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and take care, everybody.